Great Wall of China. The Great Wall of China is an ancient series of walls and fortifications totaling more than 13,000 miles in length, located in northern China, perhaps the most recognizable symbol of China. The Great Wall was originally conceived by Emperor Qin Huang. Did you know? When Emperor Qin Huang ordered construction of the Great Wall around 2021 BC, the labor force that built the wall was made up largely of soldiers and convicts. It is said that as many as 4 lakhs people died during the wall's construction. Many of these workers were buried within the wall itself. Today, the Great Wall is generally recognized as one of the most impressive architectural feats in human history. In 1987, UNESCO designated the Great Wall a World Heritage Site, and a popular claim emerged in the 20th century that it is the only man made structure visible from the space. Chichen Itza. If you want to experience the charm of tropical city by the shore while simultaneously exploring the Mayan wonders hidden within Mexico's jungles, then look no further. Among all of the archaeological treasures here, Chichen Itza is easily the most famous and well-preserved site. Chichen Itza is painted with blood. As you walk around the ball court, pay close attention to the walls. The ball court here at Chichen Itza is one of the largest ever found and is adorned with carvings that tell of the brutal games. One of the most popular Mayan sports included a game where losers lost their heads. As if that wasn't grim enough, they later extracted their hearts and presented them as offerings to the gods. The Mayans often used blood to bring their stone structures to life by adding some color. They attract divers from all over the world because of their unique beauty. They are an absolute must if you plan to visit Playa del Carmen. The people who lived here left a legacy, one that continues to capture the hearts and minds of the people enchanted by this majestic miracle even today. Machu Picchu. As a one of 7 wonders of the world, Machu Picchu is one of the top tourist destinations in South America. Beautifully set within the majestic Andes mountain range at 7,000 feet above sea level. Machu Picchu is also one of the least understood archaeological sites in the world. Built at the pinnacle of the Inca's power, these ruins are a magnificent example of the Inca's impressive stonework and craftsmanship. This enigmatic 15th century UNESCO World Heritage Site can be reached by train or by hiking the famous Inca Trail. Machu Picchu is incredibly well preserved and 75% original and daily limit of 2,500 visitors per day, and a one-way walking system to reduce foot traffic. Machu Picchu is located deep in the Peruvian cloud forest, also called high jungle, which means the site is surrounded by lush green flora. A large variety of plants, insects, and animals can be encountered here, including over 300 species of orchids. Much of the construction was done without the use of mortar. This type of construction is incredibly earthquake resistant, as it allows for the stone to move slightly and resettle without any walls collapsing. This is the evidence that Incas were aware that Machu Picchu was built upon several fractures and tectonic fault lines and expertly avoided building directly over these small fissures. Machu Picchu was used for astronomical observation. Incredibly, the Incas has plenty of knowledge about the position of the sun, the moon and the stars. Twice a year, during the equinoxes, the sun sits directly above the sacred Intihuatana stone at Machu Picchu, so there is no shadow. At dawn on June 21, when the first sunlight rises above the mountains, the light shines perfectly through one of the windows of the Temple of the Sun, illuminating a ceremonial stone inside. The Colosseum, elliptical amphitheater in Rome. The Colosseum or Coliseum, also known as the Flavian Amphitheater, is an oval amphitheater in the center of the city of Rome, Italy. Construction began under the Emperor Vespasian in AD 72 and was completed in AD 80 under his successor and heir Titus. The Colosseum could hold, it is estimated, between 50,000 and 80,000 spectators, having an average audience of some 65,000. The Colosseum is also depicted on the Italian version of the 5-cent euro coin. Croix the Redeemer. The Croix the Redeemer statue in Brazil is iconic. Sitting atop Corcovado Mountain and overlooking the city of Rio de Janeiro, it is a statue known around the world. Christ the Redeemer was built using reinforced concrete and has an outer shell of 6 million soapstone tiles. It's believed that the worker who made these tiles occasionally wrote notes on the back, meaning this iconic landmark is full of hidden messages. Due to the statue's mountain top position, it's prone to lightning strikes and gets hit around 3 to 6 times a year. Prior to the FIFA World Cup in 2014, lightning struck and broke one of the statue's thumbs. Christ the Redeemer was not actually built in Brazil. It was first made in France by French sculptor Paul Landowska, who created the statue in clay pieces. These were then shipped to Brazil to be remade with reinforced concrete by Brazilian engineer Heter da Silva Costa and French engineer Albert Conquet. It's one of the largest statues of Jesus and the tallest Art Deco statue in the world. Christ the Redeemer reaches a height of 30 meters and boasts an arm span of 28 meters. Each year, Christ the Redeemer is visited by nearly 2 million people. The record number of visitors to the statue in a single day was a huge 14,000 during Easter of 2011.